Hey, what is up guys? I'm Greg Builds, and welcome to this Minecraft build tutorial. On this episode, we're going to create a futuristic modern house. Now this modern house has a very unique design, and it will definitely stand out in your Minecraft world. This house also has a total of 3 floors, as well as outdoor decks and patios. And this build is broken down into 6 steps, and without further ado, let's start the build. Also, this modern house is roughly 22 by 11 blocks wide, and it is 12 blocks tall. And here's a complete list of the materials you need to build this house. Also, before we start, I laid out a 22 by 11 block zone, and this shows the total area the build will take up. Also, I'll build the house in a high-speed demo before we start. Now once we start the tutorial, we'll work on the first level. For the first few steps, we'll be using a large amount of quartz blocks, as a majority of the build is made out of quartz. And if quartz is a hard material to gather, you can replace this with a different material. And another lighter color such as birchwood planks or sand blocks would look good. However, it's completely up to you. Then once the first level is completed, we'll move on to step 2. And step 2 will include the second level. And it'll also include the extended section on the left side. And we'll also add in glass windows, doors, and railings. And to finish section 2, we'll add in cobblestone pillars. Then we'll work on step 3. And then here we'll work on the third level. This third level is a great lookout area, and off the side of the third level there'll be a door. And we'll build a rooftop deck up here. And then from here we'll head on the inside and work on the interior. And then after that, we'll work on the landscaping. Okay guys, now let's build this modern house. And I'll be here step by step to show you how to construct this build. Step 1. First let's build the first level. We'll need 297 quartz blocks, 3 spruce doors, and 12 light blue glass panes. Let's start by making an 8 block wide quartz row. And start this row on top of the back right corner. Then we can make this side a total length of 11 blocks wide. Then once we have an 8 by 11 rectangle completed, we can raise the walls to a total of 4 blocks tall. Now since we already have one layer of the walls already down, we only need to add 3 blocks on top of that, and that'll make a 4 tall block wall. Next, inside the walls we can replace the grass with quartz blocks. Then once completed, we can add 4 quartz blocks to the top corner. Then we can extend down on the 4th block. Then we can add 4 blocks to the back corner. Then extend down to the ground as well. Then we can connect the columns with a crossbeam at the 4th block up. Then after that, we can fill in the top with quartz blocks. And we can also fill in the other top with quartz blocks as well. Next let's add in doors and windows. Move over 4 spaces from the front side, then remove 4 blocks and place in 2 doors. Then at the left side, move over and up a space, then clear a 3 wide window, and we can fill with glass panes. Then move over and up a space from the other side, and make another 3 wide window. Then we can add in a door in the center. Next let's add 2 more windows on the right side of the house, and make each one 3 blocks wide. Step 2. Next let's make the second level. We'll need 259 quartz blocks, 120 light blue glass panes, 16 cobblestone wall sections, and 5 spruce doors. First let's add an extension to the left side of the house. Move over 5 spaces, then add 5 quartz blocks on the 5th space over. Then move over 5 spaces from the other side and add 5 quartz blocks. Then we can fill in the center row. Next let's make a 7 wide row off the side of the new extension, and make this 7 wide row exactly centered with the new extension. Then we can make this new rectangle 4 blocks wide. Then from the right side of the house, move back 4 spaces and move over 4 spaces. Then place a block on the 4th space over. Then we can extend this row all the way over to the new platform. Then follow the border around the house and overhang it by 1 block. Then once we are lined up with where we started, we can connect across. Then raise the walls to a total of 4 blocks tall. And since we already have 1 layer installed, we only need to add 3 more additional layers. And now make the wall 4 blocks tall. Then we can fill in the top of this new structure with quartz blocks. Next we can install the top ring, and make sure this ring lines up with the one below it. Then we can fill in between the ring with quartz blocks. Next was add in doors and windows. Move over and up a space, then make a 2 tall window opening. Then we can leave 1 block of spacing. Then make a 2 wide door opening. Then we can make windows that alternate every other column. Then we can head inside here and clear a 3x3 opening. Then fill in between the rings with glass panes. Then we can follow the same window pattern as on the front side. Then once completed, we can add a door at the end. Next, we can add glass panes for a railing around the top deck. Then to finish this step, we can add cobblestone wall sections to the side corners and extend down to the ground. Step 3. Next, let's work on the third level. We'll need 79 quartz blocks, 1 spruce door, 42 glass panes, and 1 glass block. First, move over 5 spaces. Then make a quartz row at the 5th space over. Extend this row past the front by 1 space, and this will line up with a spruce door down below. Then we can extend the border past by 1 space, and wrap this around to the other side. Then we can add a column up top, and make this a total of 4 blocks tall. Then leave an empty space, then add another column, and alternate back and forth. Then add columns along the other side. Then we can connect at the 4th block up, and fill in the center. Next, let's add in a spruce door. Then we can add a glass block up above the door. Next, adding glass panes. And then we can also add in glass panes for railings along the side. Step 4. Next was add in the ladders. We'll need 3 quartz blocks and 8 ladders. Now I'm going to start at the top and make a hole through the floor. Then I'm going to add in ladders. Then once at the second level, I'm going to make another hole in the floor. And we can add in quartz blocks and ladders as we go. Now you can start from the bottom of the house and work your way up if you prefer. Step 5. Next is the landscaping. We're going to need 27 oak leaves and 123 stone slabs. First was add oak leaves that follow the dirt outline. Then in between we can replace the grass with stone slabs. Now you can always change the landscaping to the way you prefer, and a couple suggestions would be to add in rose bushes, tulips, or any other flower, or you can even add in outdoor tables. Step 6. Lastly is the interior, and I'll leave this completely up to you. However, I'll quickly show you how I did mine. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about the build, or would like to leave some feedback, I'd love to hear it. Also, make sure to subscribe, because I create build tutorials just like this one every week. I'll catch you in the next one. Later guys! Want more build tutorials? I have many other playlists that might interest you on my channel. Make sure to check them out.